I am a I am a bisexual, possibly pansexual person who, has don't care about bisexuality. What they care about is their cute couples, and so they say, "Oh no, they're gay because I want my couple." The thing is, I'm bisexual. I have Kalman syndrome, which means, I have breasts. A bad thing. And bisexuality is just outright not recognized, right? It's almost like, well, you've got to pick a side. I'm a white man, right? And I'm a white man who's bisexual, so for the longest time I thought I was straight, right? Right? I'm a bisexual polyamorous shipper. Of course I'd have no problem with that. Right? By pushing gay people off of rooftops. Not least because I happen to actually be a bisexual. And I'm not particularly sure that someone... And when I say fucking with Will Graham, I don't mean in a sort of gay bisexual sense. I mean in a manipulation, gaslight. Bisexuality and pansexuality are just ignored. They're just ignored and dismissed because how dare you? Just like, okay, no, hang on. I'm a white bisexual man who has actually had a boyfriend, and he uses greedy as a synonym for being bisexual because he doesn't want to talk about being bisexual. Guys, I am bisexual. Leaning heavily towards women, but I am bisexual. Just what I bet should be writing fiction, right? I mean, yes, I am bisexual, but I basically have all the problems of a scale in the middle. You're different sorts of pansexuals and bisexuals who lean one way or t'other. There is, and I am a bisexual. I spent a lot of my life thinking I was straight, so I still kind of find myself from Farscape, right? Those two men are basically the reason that I am bisexual. And Matt Smith, right? Those three men are why I am bisexual. What are you? You're giving two for the price of one? Hell's yeah! I'm bisexual, bitch! I mean, okay, I realise that cuckold isn't exactly my conception of, a beautiful man, because I am bisexual. My conception of a beautiful man is not just, maybe there's some, lesbians or bisexual women or whatever who have this problem. If you do whatever. And then there's the whole bisexual, pansexual debate. I am Kalman syndrome. I am autism. I am bisexual. I am lapsing vegetarian. I am anti-theist. I basically realized that I had that I was bisexual because John Crichton from Farscape. Kick down! Have kicked down. Well, at least I'm not gay. Except because I'm bisexual. so yeah, that was fun. Speaking from experience here, because I'm a bisexual and I only realised and I only came out as bisexual, fairly recently. From the dead. As an immortal bisexual in a TARDIS with a fellow immortal, I love it, but that is kind of the same sort of idea. It is basically the entirety of the goddamn spectrum, and bisexuality is just the two poles at either end. Another one, or indeed, those people can be bisexual, or they can be transgender, or they can be gender fluid actors. You're gonna see bisexual people, pansexual people. You're gonna see people from so many different countries and Hot damn, Vin Diesel. Anyway, enough of me being a bisexual loon. So, that's the 6 stats. Strength, one degree or another, a little, flexible or lesbian, bisexual, whatever. And essentially they are towards women. But I am a bisexual and I do like men as well, and there are definitely comments that I know because, yeah, I'm a fucking bisexual. You don't fucking like that because you're scared of that shit.
Asexual, bisexual, lesbian, gay, people of colour, transgender, Otterkin characters to, because I am bisexual and I do have feelings for men, but although it is less,
what he is, he's just a random, cool, suave, bisexual fucker. And it's like, you're dead. You're fucking dead.
I am 22, I am bisexual, I am a vegetarian, and today I am reviewing The Long Bars by Terry Pratchett.
Gay or lesbian or bisexual, or you can still be an arsehole and be any number of these different labels, because these labels understandings of what it means to be autistic, to be bisexual, to be anything other than what they are. Man, so I'm not saying that bisexuals and gay people can't be horrifically racist and all of the trans people and the women and the gay people and the bisexuals, and it's not that fucking simple. Now, I'm a bisexual, so for me, things are slightly different, and heck, I'm also, now we're almost in the age where, bisexual people are fighting for recognition within the gay community. Outed yourself as a homosexual or as a bisexual, so therefore we are going to give you the official manual of what it means. As bisexual, pansexual, homosexual, omnisexual, I don't know, and that's kind of weirdly arousing and attractive because I'm a bisexual. The idea of seeing someone who is,
I am a bisexual who is attracted to other men, and I find the term gay insulting. Homosexuals and bisexuals and asexuals, it's not even just the standard thing.
Oh, and let's also dispel a few other myths while we're here. I'm bisexual. Well, pansexual, but I identify. Now you have been on hormones for a while. Are you still bisexual? Make a video about it. Okay, let me explain to you. Hey, you do you. I mean, personally, right? I am bisexual. I like, the male form myself, but
bisexual, vegetarian, believe in the John Locke conspiracy, finished uni.
As far as I'm aware, not that it matters. I am bisexual, though, incidentally. So yes. There are straight people who say, you're a bisexual. I don't like you, and there is this perception of. Sometimes I forget that I'm bisexual, and I'm like, I take offence when it is that I am a cisgendered, bisexual guy who has gotten all these complex reasons for wanting to see women. Male, and I am bisexual, but heavily leaning towards women, and yes, as has been sort of already discussed.
That's kind of stupid. So, and then there's the fact that I am bisexual, so it's like, at that point, am I?
And equally, right, bisexuality, it's not just dead in the fucking centre. I am, amount of respect and understanding for, gay people and lesbian people. But if you're bisexual, you're gonna be shunned. Because male. Why did I have to then? Oh, okay. White, bisexual, cis, male, from England, that was kind of when I started to realise that I was, a bisexual, and I was like, I love bisexuals. It is this. I mean, I've got a friend who's bisexual, and he uses greedy as a synonym to a dreadful stereotype here. In that, genuinely bisexuals. It is this. I mean, I've got a friend who's bisexual, and he, in that stereotypical bullshit, and then as a bisexual guy, I'm like, maybe I should give a shit about fashion. I've now found out I've got growth hormone deficiency. And also, I'm a bisexual, which means that I am simultaneously shamed with him, and that's going to happen very, very soon, in fact. And I'm bisexual, by the way. Not gay, bisexual, and I very still waitress outfit with an adorable bisexual immortal ever young woman as well. Like I'm pansexual now because I've recently realised that saying you're bisexual is basically saying yeah. But then I'm bisexual, aren't I? Sometimes when you've got Kalman syndrome and you've got autism and growth hormone deficiency and you're bisexual, right? You're starting with I'm bisexual. Well, pansexual, but I identify as bisexual. I'm definitely much more, but like, I mean, even me as someone who is bisexual, I have this, preference, right? Which means that oh, well, you're gay, right? Like, because I am a bisexual, right? I am someone who feels, who has a significant and, I'm a fucking bisexual atheist. I would not do well in fucking Saudi Arabia.
Difficult and strange, It's kind of like coming out as bisexual, coming out as vegetarian, joining a...
Then we have a reply from Charles Martel, because yeah, I pointed out I'm a bisexual and thank you for using British slang, and so he goes, it reveals such bigotry and ignorance. Okay? Topic, bisexuality. Submitted 4 days ago by...
For trained unions' rights, then there's a site for that. For lesbians, gays, bisexuals, transsexuals, intersex, and queers.
Some of the trans people hate the other people. Some of the gay people don't believe the fucking bisexual people don't exist.
In a world where gay people, lesbians, bisexuals, asexuals, gender fluid people, transgender people,
see men out there, and this is where I, as a bisexual, am just right, yes, I will die cold and alone. Bisexual, gay, bisexual, pansexual, people, it's going to be composed of people of different races, ethnicity. I am a cis, white, English, bisexual man. I am an anti-theist, a regulated capitalist, and a... Okay. Again, I didn't realise that until, a few years ago. But I am a bisexual, and at the same time, I do have radical...
One who gets ill, I'm quite happy about, creating the NHS, but as someone who is bisexual, I'm also pretty damn happy.
You may be transgender, you may be a woman, you may be bisexual, pansexual, whatever, right? You're you. All of white men doing bad things, they don't say, well, a Muslim did it. Well, a bisexual did it. Well, they don't say... I'm not ashamed of the fact that I'm a bisexual, but I'm ashamed of the fact that I'm interested in BDSM. Because there are gay people who will say, no bisexuals. And equally there are straight people who say, you're
male or female, or do you just kind of accept an ambivalent kind of bisexuality, bigenderness, and just sort of say,
of what it means to be a homosexual or bisexual person? No. You can still end up using same with Matt Smith in Doctor Who. Bisexuality, it is awesome at times. And equally, no, I even my bisexual sort of, my affiliations,
I'm not, well, I am bisexual, but it's like, I am not a trans person, I'm not gender fluid. What I am
fucking side, and I'm a bisexual too, so pick a side there too, You are one of the community of gay, lesbian, bisexual, pansexual, queer, questioning, transitioning people who...
I am a man, I am bisexual, and I look a bit like a woman. So, Fortune has had a nice time with me.
I'm not even a straight white male. I am a bisexual, possibly pansexual, male who is actually, on
very unnormal relationship thing. And especially as I am bisexual, but I suppose kind of that are against bisexuals because, hey, you've got the privilege of being able to
oppressed are gay people, bisexuals. The oppressed are polyamorous. The oppressed are actually atheists. Yeah, I'm straight, aren't I? I'm straight, and then it's like I see a guy and it's like, oh, yes, yes, bisexual, yes. Which is stupid, but I'm not, because I've got fucked up genetics and I've got autism and I'm a fucking bisexual faggot. I mean, I am someone who I am actually autistic and bisexual. Just saying, like, I am not entirely the most privileged person in the world. Community gives a shit. The gay community fucking cares. We don't. I say we. I'm bisexual, but I suppose I grew up in a... Yeah, I'm bisexual, but I've lived so much of my life. Homosexuality is fine. Bisexuality is fine. People who want to be, who are transgender, they're fine. Like,
grown up being taught by the media that as a woman, as a bisexual, as a blonde, she was innately an object of sexual pleasure. That she was a seal.
Because I gave up on women instead of actually the reality, which is that I am a bisexual guy who happens to much prefer
absurd thoughts that go through your head, like, okay, you know, I am a man who is bisexual, but what if I am? Oh, you're so brave to come out on YouTube as Asperger's, as bisexual. You're so brave.
that it is everyone. It is trans people, it is gay people, it is bisexuals like myself. It is, how can I dress so that you will want to fuck me? I mean, I suppose being a bisexual man, my answer is, well, I want to pull. I've got a friend who is bisexual, and he will, when I forget sometimes. I'm not good with people, as you may have gathered. You know, ultimately it's homosexuality and heterosexuality and bisexuality and pansexuality. It is not for being bisexual because he doesn't want to talk about being bisexual. Because bless him, he's just, you know, he's shy about these things. Stupid is better than plenty of fish. But the fact that for a bisexual, there is no sort of, like, there is no sort of optional sort of ice in some cases. Because, you know, I'm rather fortunate in that I am actually a white bisexual man who can pass as straight. And, like, my fantasies are just, like, a house full of young, beautiful, bisexual women, and you know. And then, of course, I realised, no, hang on, I'm bisexual. And then I realised, no, hang on. And the thing is that I am bisexual. I am polyamorous, albeit open to monogamy. I am interested. The gay people and the, you know, bisexual and all this stuff were born that way, but also an acceptance that if you are, sense that I am, you know, a white straight, well, white bisexual cis male. Why did I have to then? To being like, oh no, I am very, very definitely bisexual, and hello hormones, hello needing lots and lots of tissues. It's one of the, even down to something as simple as, you know, bisexuality, right? As I realise I'm playing into a dreadful stereotype here about this idea that, you know, bisexuals, they're greedy, they want, oh no. The reality of how fucked up these differences are, because, like, you know, I'm a bisexual, okay? Again, I didn't realise that until, you know, a few years ago.
I thought I was straight. I'm bisexual, so, you know, whatever. I have privilege, alright. But I had a rough childhood. Balls and the sausages, and oh yeah, I'm also bisexual. Yeah, it's, I've been attracted sort of like certain men for a while.
I'm submissive, and I want homosexuals, bisexuals, asexuals. I want everybody to feel confident.
Whatever attack is gonna, you know, come at me, you know, oh, you're a faggot. Yeah, I'm bisexual. What of it? You terrified of dicks.
I'm not arguing with that. That's not my issue. What I'm saying is that I am a bisexual, but I lean towards women, right? And I'm, you know, the fact that I'm bisexual, right? There is this, you know, the idea of bi-array. I am far more, well, given the stuff that I write and the fact that I am bisexual, I'm far more in favour of sexual objectification. And I'm bisexual, by the way, not gay, bisexual, and I still very much admire the ladies. So, not that that matters, but some people are going to ask. Being bisexual, sort of brought up in as a sort of middle class white male at a time when Dr. Mads Mikkelsen, Hugh Dancy, yeah, I'm really bisexual, but like you do you dudes, but like, you know, as a bisexual guy, I'm like, at a certain point, I don't want. You would be turned on if your woman were to have sex with a black man. Guys, I'm bisexual and I'm voyeuristic. You don't need anything else. Whereas me, right, with my Kalman syndrome and my bisexuality, right, that I was heavily in the closet about until the last 5 at @Farshnook, hashtag Alex Jahans is a faggot. Actually, I'm bisexual. I mean, it doesn't destroy me, it's just meh. And you're also a little bit gay, but not enough gay, because you're bisexual. So you see, you're going to go to hell for that. Conspiracy that John and Sherlock are actually gay for each other. Well, bisexual for each other. And is whatever, because I'm bisexual, so kind of, you know, whoever, if ever I did happen to get with someone and they want in how my bisexuality expresses itself, but kind of that's always been there, in the sense that, you know, I mean, like, I am bisexual, don't get me wrong, but, you know, I'm kind of like, you know, maybe a true nerd. The sort of Eve time, like, I was about to realise I was bisexual. So I had a lot of doubts and insecurities and uncertainty. Gay community, you know, and sort of bisexual people and pansexual people are sort of having a little sexual. That means I'm this much underprivileged. Yeah, well, I'm gay, well, I'm lesbian, well, I'm bisexual, and it's... I'm a white cis guy. What I like. And that gets me hate. And at the same time, because I am a bisexual, and I have also just had a boyfriend, more of a thing for me than coming out as bisexual. Like, with bisexuality, it was basically just watching Farscape and realising, actually, I think slur for so long that some people who are homosexual or bisexual might regard it, or indeed just anywhere on the queer spectrum, might regard. But nonetheless, this is you know what I think. I am a bisexual. My predilections are the you know, sort of different types of homosexual cultures and bisexual cultures and what have you, and sort of, you know, etiquette and LGBTQI+ podcasts. I mean, I'm fucking bisexual myself, so yeah. It'd be a bit odd if I turned into a fucking raging homophobe. You become afraid of autistic people as well. I mean, it's like I am a bisexual, right? And I do estrogen. Clearly, then I would be asexual. But no, I was bisexual, and you know that because you pointed that out in the question. To sexualize men in my writing and stuff, despite the fact that I am a bisexual, and there are genuinely men that I'm just like, I don't, you know, like, there aren't bisexual bars. There is no autistic pride day. Like, or equally, there might be lesbians or bisexuals who are equally reading this going, yeah, whoa, look at that one. To a certain extent, right, because I am bisexual, it is just like, yeah, fuck it. If if my other half saw someone, I then had to live in Saudi Arabia because it's like, hey, bisexual, anti-theist, so fucking dead. But you know, I'm English and sexual, leaning heavily towards women, but I am bisexual. Just thought I'd best lay that out there because the amount that I am in society to be individuals, right? I am not an autist. I am not a bisexual. I'm not a faggot. And I just realised that is a pun because I am a bisexual. JK, tiny penis. And Matt Smith. Right? Those three men are why I am bisexual. Because just, oh yes. And so, I suppose kind of runs away and Clara goes off being immortal with another immortal. And now, by the way, she's bisexual. So, yay, immortal, ever young. I'm coming to understand and accept who I am as a bisexual guy who is interested in BDSM and consider that leaving the word autism is an insult. Like, yes, I'm autistic. I am also bisexual. I'm also cis. You know, it's just didn't really realise that there was basically a difference between bisexuality and pansexuality. But of course there is. Pansexuality is basically